We didn't get an answer from Kawhi Leonard, which is what we really want, but man, was it something when free agency, the first
All right,
blast.
leave him alone.
As
He's
a Knicks fan, I've gone through the last couple of days thinking about this, and my anger has subsided to the point now where I'm not upset necessarily that no one came to New York. I just need to know why, and I have a feeling it's James Dolan. I believe it's something going on with the culture of the Knicks that would make DeAndre Jordan go from New York to Brooklyn to play for the Nets and take KD with him and have KD give him some of the money so he could be on the team. There's a lot to say there when New York came up empty. That being said, I love it all. I love the max contracts. I love the fact that you could be a small franchise and get a big player. I love the fact that you can build through the draft. I love the NBA has done a great job. I've never seen this before where on a Sunday at 6 o'clock, I couldn't move. Yeah. And I'm looking at Woj's Instagram, and I'm looking at this guy, and I'm looking for that guy, and latest information. I've never seen anything like this. The NBA is on the verge of coming as close to the NFL as anybody else.
I'm tempted to say, if the Lakers wind up getting Kawhi Leonard, and he's still out there as we record this show, that I'm done with the NBA. That having that team.
You didn't leave when it was KD. You didn't leave when other guys did it. You're not done with the NBA. I think you're worried that the whole I want to be in a franchise and build with a team is gone because these guys see themselves as brands. They're not going to be held to tradition and standards.
But they're one of the worst run teams in the league, and leading up to it looked as dysfunctional as they could be, and that you wind up with a bonanza like this through almost no fault of your own.
Actions speak louder than words. Kawhi even said, he's like, I don't want to be on LeBron's team. I want to beat LeBron and his team. But that could all change with business and the way things are run and the way money's allocated and max contracts. And, Kyrie said, I'm not leaving Boston. And then leaves Boston.
Why is that such a bad take?
Well, because, here's what I hate about guys that make that take. The NBA today is terrible because all the superstars get together. Not like the Bulls or the Celtics of the 80s or the Lakers of the 70s or the Spurs with all those guys back in the day. Listen, great teams have always had great players. How they get together doesn't matter. You cannot look at me and say Kawhi and AD and LeBron is terrible for the NBA when you had Magic and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And do I need to keep going on and on and on?
Yeah, but they didn't do it that way.
So what? It doesn't matter. They're still there. What's the difference?
No, it is different because the superstars did not change teams to join forces with other superstars. That rarely, if ever, happened in the old NBA.
I didn't see Kevin McHale trying to get out of Boston. I didn't see Magic Johnson trying to get out of Los Angeles. My point is, they ended up together. They stayed together.
Don't you think it was so much better that Bird was on Boston and Magic stayed with the Lakers and they battled and they each won multiple championships?
Sure, but for a decade, yes. But the other interesting thing is now more teams are in it. The lottery got bigger. Smaller franchises have a chance. They used to give up when there was the Lakers and the Boston Celtics for 10 years. Nobody had a chance.
And look at it.
They were just better run, though, and it seemed that was a more legitimate reason to be better.
But here's what was different. The owners and the teams had way more control than they do now. So the players do have flexibility, and they do have freedom. You look at a guy like Kevin Durant, he appears to be a guy searching for something. He's a phenomenal first ballot Hall of Famer championship guy. He was on a team with two other young stars. He won it out. He moved. He went to a team with great stars. He won championships. Now he goes to Brooklyn. I find that while it's interesting, it's fascinating, too, to see them do that. May not always be good for him, but I think it's great for the league.
The biggest irony out of all of this, and the I hate the super team take, the team that everyone despised for the last 6 years was the one team that was built organically, right? The Golden State Warriors, draft picks and free agency, they did it right.
But nobody hated them until Durant made that move.
I love that team.
What are you talking about? I was sitting in a bar in Orlando watching them lose.
Okay.
People liked that team before Durant came on.